Well, when we moved here or bought the property, this is what we came to. And I think Frank realized that something needed to be done, but we had so many other projects like building the house and all that we didn't do much with it. But now we see that these are such unhealthy trees, a fire waiting to happen.
The big advantage was going through and getting a grant from NRCS, an EQIP grant, to go ahead and do pre-commercial thinning. And so we had most, if not all, of our 20 acres pre-commercial thinned because we recognized we needed to do that. Not managing your forest, there is a fire hazard. And my neighbor, what he does impacts me. What I do impacts my neighbor. A lot of times, most forest landowners, private forest landowners, small ones like myself, don't really know what programs are out there that could assist them.
We put in a lot of time going for site visits and walking people's property with them to assess their needs, their interests, and their concerns, and then tailor management to their property within a greater framework that's going to tie everything together in a healthy forest. So we have a map here showing the Bonner County focal area. It's also called the Scattered Lands focal area. Our targeted outreach was between these two green parcels here, which are ownerships from the Forest Service, and they are involved in the Scattered Lands management project going on. And we were trying to create cohesive management between those two units through private lands, and that's where we have targeted our outreach. The best responses that had been reached were through response postcards. We are now out into the focal area where I had shown on the map, and adjacent to us are private landowners all along the western side of that unit. And so those landowners were part of the targeted effort for the postcard.
This is a cooperation with the Idaho Department of Lands and the U.S. Forest Service. And it was recognized by all parties that this particular piece was a very high-risk piece. In fact, there's an example just down the street. When you have a recent fire like that, everybody's on board with trying to correct the problem. This stand is overstocked, and it's at a point now where you're starting to see it die. We would like to try to thin the fire risk down and create an environment where we can actually have a fire that can go through this area but not enter into the canopy or the stand. And in order to treat the entire area properly, we have to cross the boundaries. And so everybody's involved.
The wildfires are going to ignite. The wildfires are going to come through. And what we're actually trying to mitigate is the risk of severe damage. And that is what we're trying to do across multiple ownerships. It's only a successful fuels treatment if everyone in the area across contiguous acres treats the fuels.
My name is Aubrey Hoxie. I work for the Natural Resources Conservation Service. We're part of the USDA, and we use Farm Bill monies to assist private landowners. With those funds, we can help tie those projects together where we've got forest lands, federal forest lands and state forest lands getting work done, and maybe there's a private landowner in the middle that maybe we can be that avenue for them to help get some forest management done and tie those acres together between all the parcels.
You know, I'm really excited because this type of relationship really helps everybody throughout the county and throughout the state of Idaho, because we are all here for the same effort, and that's hazardous fuel treatment and making our communities more safe against wildfire.
Shared stewardship, the cross-boundary work, the no boundaries forestry efforts are really the new way we're doing business. This is not just talk. This is really happening. The agencies are working very closely together. We're reaching out together to the landowners, and this is the way we're going to collaboratively work in the future.
The dogs love it, and our grandson loves it. So do our kids. They like coming out here, getting away from the city.
It's beautiful up here, and I'd like to keep it that way. Reach out to the county folks, the state folks, the federal folks. There's no signature on a dotted line that you're committed, but reach out to those folks. They're knowledgeable, they're helpful. You don't have to make a commitment. They're more than happy to come out to visit. So I don't expect our neighbors, and we have several neighbors that for various reasons can't do this all of a sudden, but I'd like for them to invest their time to reduce their impact on me, reduce the fire hazard, and do whatever they can to have a healthy forest.